Welcome to Attican Plays Sweet Transit. All right, hi, this is Attican, and welcome to Series 1, Episode 16 of our first rather long look at Sweet Transit. So in the last episode, we made some major track changes, kind of cleaned up our act a little bit, and we decided we're going to kind of incrementally improve the track as we go along. But I was doing some more research and I learned a couple of things about the game that I want to share with you, and that's going to cause some more big changes, okay? The first one is something I got from on Reddit from a user called Kane24, Kine 24. He had played the game for about 40 hours, he said, and had some observations, and he wrote a little article with his observations. They were all good. There was one that was excellent that I think we're going to apply right now. And he showed the experimentation where if you have a track, and I'm just going to put this out here to illustrate. If you had a track, here, I'll get rid of that arrow too. Okay, if you had a track like this that has a platform on each side that's sort of dedicated to that track, the trains actually load and unload twice as fast because they're loading and unloading from two sides. So that just to me says redo your stations, particularly the busy ones like Proctorville Freight, Chesapeake Freight, maybe we'll talk about that one, the warehouse for sure. So here, I'm going to redo the warehouse right now and show you what we're talking about. And I guess the question would be, would you rather have, this could have 7 tracks total. If we extend this out on this side and just look at its footprint, we could have, using this platform kind of an arrangement, we could have 7 total out here, 2, 2, 2, and then a 1 out by itself. Would you rather have 7 at a speed, or would you rather have 3 or 4 at double speed? I'll take the double speed, thank you, because all the platforms aren't busy all the time, and whichever one you do use, you want it to move. So we're going to redesign this yet again. So let me go in and blow this up a little bit, because all these are going to come out on a different alignment, and none of this is going to work. And trying to, make it work is not a good use of our time. So let's just blow it up. And I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So I basically took out all that track. And now, actually, this guy's got to go. He's in the way. And we're going to delete most of the station as well. So we'll take out these, let's see. A little hard to see, but we can keep the first one. It'll stay where it is. First track, I mean. And then we may as well just kill all this other stuff because it's all going to have to go away. And get reconfigured. Okay. So what we want now is we want to have a platform on either side of this piece of track. And then we're going to want to do that again over here. So that's going to make this actually double wide. So we're going to have 2 platforms here, right? And then you're going to have another piece of track that runs. Your next track will run like this. And then we will jump over to another piece of track like that, or jump over to another platform. It'll be a double wide like that. Then another piece of track. Another piece of track like this. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. How close are we to the end? I think we can maybe get one more. Let's see. Yeah, we can put. How would that work? Yeah, we can put. Let's see. We can jump over here and we can do a single wide. No. Now, now we need this track dedicated to that. It won't work if we put another track in here and put one over here. One of these two is not going to be covered, but probably both of them will not be covered as doubles, right? So what we're going to want to do here is probably say 1, 2, 3. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make another double wide like this. And then we're going to put a track out here on the end. A track out here on the end. Okay. Now, this one on the end will load half as fast as these three. All right? So, but we'll deal with that in a second. But I'd rather have the possibility of a fourth track that's half as fast than to just give up on that track altogether and just have the three. All right, so now we're going to want to be able to come out of all of those. So we're going to make as hard a turn as we can and a hard a turn as we can. And we're going to go up here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We want to be going up on that 11th one because that's kind of that's the middle, leaning toward that side a little bit. And then on this side, we're going to want to come out as hard as we can and as hard as we can, like this. And we're going to go up like that, which should be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Look at that. Isn't that nice? So there we go. So that's going to be our entry, and we want to have separate. We're going to run this particular model. We're going to do, a line for each track, so it's at least one train long, so we can get a full train off the main drag and return, and going out, same deal. We want to be able to get a full train out the door. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. All right, and then coming out, same deal. All right, and then we're going to want to make sure that our shortest one is at least 22. Now let's give it signals here, defining the end of the platform. Yeah. Now we want this one to be at least 24. So let's measure it down through here, or 22. So it needs to be probably one longer. So that's the shortest we want it to be, right? So let's go ahead and plug that into this. And we want to join no sooner than that. And let me double check, make sure we got this. It'd be 20. Which one is it? It's this one. From here to here to 22. Yeah, good. We can get an entire train on that one. It's the shortest one. So we can come over like this, like this, like this, and you can come in right here and decide which one of those four you want to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How did that happen? Oh, I see what happened. Okay, I got really intensely stupid there for a second. It's really these four. So we want this guy. I wondered why that didn't match up. I thought they came out even. Okay. And what I mean is match up with the entryway into it. So here we go again. So let's just make sure that if we go here, we've got 22 down to there. We do. That's just perfect. So that has to be a signal. And as long as we're outside that, and we could even be, that's okay. Let's not push it. Right there. There we go. Now we can set our, whoops. Now we can set our decision point and say, okay, I'm going to have to scoot that back one like that. Get rid of that guy. There we go. There's our entryway. But now it's just going into these tracks. Oh. And one other thing I wanted to do. Shucks. Because this one's slow, I have looked at the limiters, this restrictive requirement signal. It doesn't give us anything. The limit preference is just about weight of the trains. That's not helping any in this case. I can see where you could conceivably use it out if you got the track going like, let's say you had 4 lines running northbound. Big old system, 4 lines running northbound. You could put requirements and say you prefer to have the heavier ones on these tracks and you prefer to have the lighter ones, which would tend to be your passengers on the other one. But I just don't see that. Sorry. There's nothing that's going to help us here that I can find. So what I want to do is actually, I want to encourage our trains to use these 3 because they're twice as fast, right? This is just like an overflow. So what I'd like to do then is make this be the shortest entry. So what we're going to do here, so I can measure this, I'm going to measure it backwards, like I'm running a line up this way. And that's 22, right? So what I think we're going to do is we're going to start our start going into the system right here. Now wait. How am I going to do this? The only thing I can think of is to come down here to enter. Shoot. All right, let's try this. Doggone it. Doggone it. That's okay. We can come up with something. I want to strongly encourage our friends to go into these 3 rather than that one. Okay? But I don't want to, but I want that one because, again, if we have 4 trains there, I'd rather have them all working than waiting on these 3, waiting on the line. So what we're going to do here is say, we'll make this your first entry point, which means we're actually going to run all the track this way, like that. Yes, yeah, we're going to have to go to this common exit rather than everybody does their own thing kind of a deal. We're going to go out one more, make that link. Then we got to see if we can turn right here, and we can't. That's all right. We'll fix that. Run this just a little bit. Get that train out of the way. All right. We can fix that. We can make this tighter. So you're coming off of here, hard turn, like so, delete, hard turn out. It's still not enough room, so here's what we can do with that. We'll have our entry come in like this. I'm sorry. I'll get it. It's got to be kind of coming in like this, where this. Okay, so this one is actually, I got too many signals there. All right, this one is actually the shortest option, so it'll tend to take it. And the longest option is this one, so it'll tend to be the last choice. So these will tend to go before that one. That's what we're after. Okay, then we can come up here and just swing in like that. Okay, so there's still plenty of room to get maybe even a couple of trains off here. If you're coming down like this and you wanted to go 22 tiles between, yeah. All right, you can come down, since this is really an exit right here. This is the main track going through. So you can get a train off here, another one here. So you could have two queued up, one coming down here. So a couple in here and all the ones loading, and we'll tend to go to these. So that'll work fine. And then coming out, we could still have them all come out like this if we want to. And then we can have them go hook into the main drag like that. And they also need to be able to come over here. And we can do them like, okay, like this. And like that. And like that. So signals. Okay, it allows you to go out either way. So our entry, in order to prioritize these, we had to kind of give up on the one design, but I think that'll work. Why don't we run this? Let me free any captives we have. Okay, and let's run this and see how this goes. And it actually, in fact, there you see how fast he unloaded right there. This one was slower because I'm not sure why he was slower, honestly. Let's watch this guy. He's probably coal. Yeah, he is. He got up to 800 and he stays there. Now what we're going to do, we're going to change these coal lines now. Since we have less room here, less platforms, we don't want them holding up everything else. So let's get our coal mine to the warehouse, and now we're going to just say you're going to unload until you're done, and then we'll get the other coal to the warehouse ones. Coal 1, unload till you're done. Coal 2 till you're done. That's 1, 2, 3. There should be, I think, one more. There's a coal 4 till you're done. All right, now go. Whoops. Didn't mean hyperspeed. Okay, let's watch this bricks and see how fast he unloads. See how I use this track down here? That's what we want. And you can see how fast he unloads too. And he's back out there going to do his thing. So we're going to do the bricks like that. We're going to do our future stations like that. I'll probably go in and do Proctorville like that. Proctorville Freight. I don't know if I'm going to do Chesapeake Freight because we're using Chesapeake Freight as an unload until you're empty on the clothes and the potatoes and the bread, and we need the space, frankly. So I think I'm just going to leave it like this and let it load at a normal speed. But the rest of them eventually I'll update them like this. In fact, take this side, and change it now. Instead of having these 4, we'll have whatever we can get there, 3 or whatever it is, and they'll be double speed, and that'll be great. Okay, so excellent, excellent. Thank you. Forgotten his name now. Kane, there it is. Kane 24, Kaine 24. So thank you, Kane. Now, this episode, what we really want to do is get more bricks. Let me explain that. We're heading into hop farms and oil. We're going to do the hop farm route first, and we're going to build hop farm and brewery and bar, and we're going to see what that means to our towns. And those hop farms need bricks, and they need bricks to maintain. Brewery needs bricks and bricks to maintain. Bars need bricks and bricks to maintain. We're heading into the brick age, right? We were in the wood age at the very beginning, and then we quickly went into the stone age, and now we're in the brick age. So that being said, we need more bricks. Well, how are we going to get more bricks? Well, naturally, in this game, in the way I've been playing it, the way we're going to get more bricks is to destroy our brickworks. Okay? I mean, how else would you do it? Okay, so this is this is another thing I learned on Reddit. That Reddit is just a fountain of information, and I'm going to have to go look up the person I need to credit with this. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, our contributor here is Figaro_NL, Figaro_NL. Now, Figaro was responding to someone who was asking about the proximity bonus for the kilns, and I had just ripped right through that, didn't read it carefully, missed it. So here we go. Here we're going to put in a brickworks, right? And what we're going to do, I've kind of worked out the way I want to do this. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, like that. We're going to go up here, and then we'll go 2, 4, 6, like that. 2, 4, 6. Actually, that's just fine. Okay, and then we'll go 1, 2, like this. All right, we're going to put in a kiln that's now attached to this brickworks, right? But here's where it's going to get totally different. There is a proximity bonus for each drying yard that you have in close proximity to your kiln. And I've done a little experimentation and refinement on what I read in Reddit, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to put 11 drying yards. Notice how they're all just right around this. And if you look, whoops, I'm going to spin that around. So if we look at this, it's a square, and I believe the way they define close proximity is that it's the ones that are obviously touching and these corner ones that are touching like this. And we need a road, so the way it's done, we can obviously get 2, 4, 6, 7 touching it, and it also gives you the corners. That's 11. If we put 11 in there, this production goes up to 6.8 for that kiln, and it was down at like 1.1 or something like that for what we had prior. So if we look at this, now I'm going to let this run for just a sec. Now, if we look at this, look at the number of people we need, about 97 people. Now let's do this again. Let's just let's go for one more of these. Okay, and go over 2 like that. We're going to put in another kiln, and then we're going to put 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like that. Let that run for a second. Okay. Notice its production, 6.8. 6.8. And this tells us we need 154 people total. Okay? Now, we were running about 500 and some, well, no, I take that. I'm sorry. We were running 6 of these before. We had 6 of these kilns and 6 drying yards. And we were running a whole bunch of people. I don't even remember how many it was. Have to go back and look. But it was a lot. Well, let's just see how this works out. So now we need 94 craftsmen and 60 laborers plus the 40 that we've got going to clay pit 1. Remember, we got one train that goes clay pit 1 and then here with the laborers. So we're going to need 100 total. Let's see what we've got it set up for right now. It's this one right here. We've got it set up for 240. We've got it set up for 240. Well, now I can tell you we're going to make more bricks, and we only need, I don't even remember what I said, it's 100. So this 240 can become 100. And I think what we're going to do, I think we can do 100, and then what's this? And 94. So 94 might as well be 120. So we need 120 craftsmen, basically. Cars for craftsmen. Doggone. Trying to write, my pen won't work. 120 for craftsmen and 100 for laborers, which might as well be 120. So we need 240 capability total. So what we're going to do here is go into our presets and see what we've got that we could use. A 240, we don't really have anything. So let's build a preset. Oh, and someone else mentioned something, a great comment. I don't know what the numbers, if these numbers are right, if this ST30 goes 50 in the straights, and it goes 35 up a ramp and 20 in the corners. And the ST20 goes 35 in a straight, 30 in a corner. Okay, that's why it's one of the, and that and the upkeep costs are the reasons that we went for the ST20s. But if we put the ST30 cars on them, if you'll notice, they only go 20 in the corners. All right, but they have a top speed of 50. Yet our ST20 is top speed on 35. So and excuse me, I got to go look up who this person was because I like to give credit where it's due. I'll be right back. Okay, it was someone called Peaksmista. Don't know how to say that. Peaksmista. Well, let's just call him or her Mista for now. So Mista said, you really got the worst of both worlds because you got the slower top end and you got the slow corners because of your cars. So we're going to change this out. We're going to go in and we're going to set up a preset. And we're going to call it PLC to carry laborers and craftsmen. And it's going to be a 240. And we're going to use an ST30 and a tender. And we're going to use the 30 wagons till we have 240. There we go. So that's 6 wagons, right? Okay. And we're going to upgrade this guy right here to this PLC 240. Right. Okay. Confirm that. So it goes back to the depot and it automatically comes back out. We're going to run it and let it come out, and then we're going to pick it and we're going to edit it. So what we have to do is work our way over to the first car, and I'm going to right click, hit lock people, laborers. Right click, lock people, laborers. Move over, lock laborers, that's 3. Then we're going to go Craftsman. Then we're going to go Craftsman, right click, left click, Craftsman. So we got half the train's craftsmen, half the train's laborers. Okay? And then the other thing we're going to do is get rid of the other train we have that's hauling this one. This one that specializes in our craftsman. We don't even need it now. In fact, we're just going to sell it. Okay. So let's see how this goes. And again, I probably said this 14 times now. I don't remember. All the realities are fading together. But Jason Bender reminded me of this. I hadn't read it. I knew it, but then it just kind of went right through my head. I didn't think about it, and I missed it. And thank you, Jason. So now look at this. We got a train with 120 laborers and 120 craftsmen. And we're going to follow this and see how this goes. Not sure why he even slowed down there. Not sure I got that, but he's going over to the clay pit 1. It should drop off 40, maybe pick up some tired people. Yep. Picked up a bunch of tired people. I'm not sure how he could pick up 80. That didn't make any sense to me. Anyway, here he goes working his way around to the brickworks. All right, so here comes our train to the brickworks, and we're going to watch right here as this comes up. And we're only at 91%, but look at this. We're making 150 bricks a minute at that level, okay? Pretty good, but it's only part of the deal. We've got to get this clay going. See, we have no trains going here. We set this up. We've got 3 clay pits out here to give us more clay. Now let's just see, now that we're taking a different approach, what do we need here? At 90% we need 2, so we need about 300 clay a minute to match this, which just happens to be exactly what we're doing here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that can max out at 60, which is 300 a minute. So our clay, once we get this going, we should be good on clay. So we'll do that, and then, and then maybe even more importantly, because if we start running out of coal, we're going to be very unhappy. I want to set up some more coal production because I haven't cracked the code. Love for somebody to comment and give us some guidance. How do you read your coal usage and how much you need? There's no reports on it. I can't come up with a clever way to figure it out. And so, I don't know what to tell you there, except to say, we're going to run some more coal. So let's go out here and let's build a couple of coal mines. And let's do our first station, our first kind of quote nice unquote station. And I think we can select. I'm hoping we can select part of this. I don't know if we can or not, but I want to take the station and this and this and that maybe. Well, I wanted more than that. I want to go out. Well, no, that's all right. Sorry. Let's go out like this. Now, how much of that did it bring over? I'll be curious to see. What in the world? Oh, it picked the whole. See, that didn't work. It picked all the station even on the other side. So that didn't work. Anyway, did we build those? We did. Let's give them storage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give him storage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's put a distribution center out here. We can put it kind of sort of doesn't matter that much. We'll put it right there. And we'll have a road running to each of those. So it's connected to 2 coal mines. And now we're going to build our station. And we'll connect our station to to the distribution center. And then we could, could run a road if we wanted to have it up further, but since it can only do one, and it's only going to be it's going to have to be a coal station. So here we go. There's our coal mine 5. Now let's build our track. We can go out this way, that way. We can build a bridge over, just one. Then we're going to double track it, double platform it, I should say, like this. Have a line running through and another one running through, like so. And then I think for this one, we've got 2 mines here. I think we'll have 2 trains running coal and then a 3rd train bringing workers out here. So we're going to want to have another bridge, and we're going to want to have kind of the double platform, like so. Track out here. And then we're going to want to have another bridge and a platform on this side. It doesn't have to be a double because we're not going any further with this. So we've got 3 tracks. They're all going to be Speedy Gonzalez unloaders or loaders. And we're going to do this, and we'll come out this way. Give it a signal there, and then we'll loop back around like, shoot, what have I done? There. Come down like so, and then we'll figure out how we're going to hook in. So I think the easiest thing to do would be to come down here and put a little T-junction right here. Be careful of this water, and get us one of our standard little T-junctions. So what I'm going to do here is, let's scoot it. How deep are these things? From the second track to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have to need at least 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So we don't want to get over this way. We want to be over this way a little bit. So let's just go right here and go delete. Let's see, 8 rails, and 8 rails in that direction. Okay, and then go over here and grab our blueprint or our copy or however you want to think of it, and then we'll come down here, swing it around so that, oh, it's much more than 8, isn't it? I was just thinking of the bridges. See, what I'm trying to do is I want to put it down where there are no signals. I don't want any signals getting in the way, right? So I think we'll just, the track's okay. Well, unless you're building bridges, it's not okay. Well, we'll put the bridge right in there. Okay. Okay, like this. And go like this, and we'll make sure our bridges fit in that gap we created, like that. There we go. There's our junction, easy peasy. And now we'll just go out here. Shoot. Let's go up to about right here, like that. And come on down. And then this, we'll want to join in. We'll make a hard turn like so. 2, 3. And we could probably swing up here and come on in. Like so. This will be our return. So it can go like so. And this one can be, can come in like this. Now, you notice we've got this track running out here that just goes to this. And that's okay. We could just consider this the track that goes to this. But I hope you can also see how easy it would be for us to just take this with slight modification, extend the track out here for whatever we need to pick up out here to add to our system. Okay? So this is going to be coal mine 5. I think it's just about done. We need a decision point here to enter. And then we need to put some signals. And I've been putting these at 11. And really, I think general knowledge, most people who play this type of thing would agree that you want your signals tighter. You want them like 3 or 4 or 5. Because it doesn't matter if a whole train can fit in them. You're just wanting everything to move on up, get on up the line. But we'll stick with 11 for now, and we can revisit that if we think we need to. All right, so now we need 80 workers out here. We'll support this out of Proctorville. So 80 workers. Why don't we see if we can expand Proctorville a bit? We're going to run it out of Proctorville 1. I'd like to add some houses over here. Maybe 4. So why don't we, how are we for stone? We're pretty good. So let's go into upgrade. Click on a road. Now we got click on a road like this. Say we wanted to, Proctorville name's in the way. Make sure we're grabbing road and not house, and let's upgrade those roads out through there. And shoot, let's just go out through here too. Okay. See, we're ripping through the stone now, but that's all right. Shoot, let's just do this. We don't have enough to do all of it. Can we do it this way? Yeah, no. I think it's grabbing the wrong thing. I want to do roads. There. You have to be careful, because if you're dragging it and you're grabbing houses, you might be upgrading a lot of houses and you didn't mean to. All right, so we're going to add 4 more houses out here. We can put 1 there, 3 and 4. Okay, and let's see if there's any issues with those. No, they all look good. We'll get a few more people here. Now we got to double check population count. Let's see. Oh, we went right to 200. Nice. It's like we knew what we were doing. That was a happy accident, I confess. So our fish production's good. We don't need any more. Our potato production, we're needing 200 here, less down there, and we're making like 480. So we're great on potatoes. Clothing, we're making 300. We're needing, okay. This is where we need reports too. I shouldn't have to go look at each city, but I do. I have to go look. So our consumption is 215 in Proctorville, and our consumption down here is 74. 219, 280. So we're good. We're good on clothing. We're not exactly overproducing. We'll definitely soon be at a point. Once we get this brick thing done, we'll definitely think about some more clothes. Bread might be a different story. Now it's the same 300. It would have the same consumption, of course. So it's good. The meat should be good. Now I don't think we're shipping meat to Chesapeake, which we should be, because it's kind of a waste. And I've talked about this before. The meat storage is pretty good out here. You can do 1,000, you can store 2,000 meat out here. So we've got meat, but we don't have, we're not taking it anywhere. So we need a train taking it down. I think if I'm looking at this correctly, I believe there's a line here. Yeah, see, that's inactive. So my guess is at some point I started making that line and didn't put a train on it. So let's just see what it looks like. Load at the cattle ranch, 100%. Unload to your empty in Chesapeake. Yep. So let's get a train. So we're we need a box car for that, so we'll get a big box car train. We'll build it. We'll put it on Cat 1 to Chesapeake Freight. We'll deploy that. Okay. So now we'll be hauling cattle, or meat rather, down to Chesapeake to feed the hungry craftsmen. We've got our new thing going here, making 148, and we're a little low on people. But let's see. Let's see if we don't do better this time. Oh, you know what? I have underestimated. I forgot. This one here, this clay pit is 80 now. It's not 40, right? So this train actually needs to be upgraded again. We need to add one more. It needs to be a 280, and we need one more laborer on it. So we need to build another preset. We'll call it PLC 280, and we'll go ST30 coal tender. Get it up to 80. I just build it. Doggone it. That's all right. I just build it. I did not mean to. Go away. I want to upgrade this train. Even though we just did a pickup, I don't care. I want to upgrade this train. And then are they going to make us edit it again? If they do, I'm going to really... Oh, we did the wrong... I want to... Nicely done. All right, I want to upgrade it to that. Beautiful. Well done. Well done, Anakin. Well done. All right, we just made it a little tiny train. So now we're going to have to go through all this again. I'm not crazy about this mechanic. Lock people, laborers. 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 Craftsmen. Craftsman. Craftsman. Yeah. All right. Now let's follow him and see how he does. He did well. He got a full load. Good deal. You can noticeably see that train slow down when it hits corners, can't you? You really can. All right, it should pick up 80 and drop off 80, and we should have that clay pit going full blast. And then he should come up here. And I still haven't dealt with that clay, have I? I'm just... Attention span of a 3-year-old. Okay, here we go. So our brickworks, we've got a full staff, and we have no coal. Okay, good deal. All right, so now we've worked out, we know we can make a bunch of bricks with this nice little configuration. By the way, we can even go in here. We can give them some trees. If we really want to. This isn't the kind of thing I typically do because I don't think there's any benefit whatsoever for doing this. It doesn't gain you a thing, but at the same time, you know. There, now, don't they have a lovely place to get lung cancer? All right, let's flip him around. There, maybe if I get the right key. All right, so The clay and the coal. The clay and the coal. Did we ever do anything out here besides talk about it? I don't think so. Yeah, it's okay. So we need a route from Proctorville, Pville 1 to Coal 5. And that's going to be 80 laborers, basically. So let's do a P2, build it, put it on our passenger line to coal 5, and then we're going to want a coal, no, we want a coal 5. I'm going to have one that goes straight to the bricks and just unloads there. So we're going to have a coal 5, full cargo, brickworks, and we'll unload until done. Okay, so that's one, and then we're going to want one more, which is coal 5 to the warehouse. And we'll do coal 5, full cargo, warehouse 1 until done. Okay, and then we need 2 trains for that. So we'll go in here and grab our large gondola, build 2 of them, put one on the coal 5 to the warehouse, and put one on the coal 5 to the bricks. And deploy. Oops, sorry. And let this run. Kind of follow this guy out there just to make sure we can go, but it's pretty obvious we can, honestly. Now we still haven't dealt with the clay, so we're still not blowing away our bricks, but we're creating the potential. We're not there yet, but we're getting closer. Okay, so they're both out here ready to load. Ready to load really quickly once we start making something. And we should have a train, a lot of traffic in it. We got so much work to do. Clean up all that. Here comes some workers. Let's see if we get them all. See how fast it is. Okay, there we go. Now we've got both of them working full time, so we should see our coal delivery get a lot better. See, we can make 165 a minute at 100%. Okay, now what we need to do though is we need more clay. Now this clay pit 2 needs 120 workers. They're just laborers, and let's see. We're not taking as many from Chesapeake now because we're more efficient with our brickwork. So let's run them out of Chesapeake. Let's run a line that says passengers Chesapeake to Clay 2. Okay, and let's get a train for that, and that's going to be, there's 120. So we'll grab a P3, build it, and put it on passengers Chesapeake Clay 2 and deploy. And I think we deleted a train that was on a line. Yeah, this one right here is no longer, we don't need that route at all. So we've got passengers going out there. Then we're going to want another line that says clay to bricks 1. Clay pit 2. Full cargo. Brickworks until you're done. And we'll put a train on that. We'll put a big gondola train on that. And deploy. And there we go. So that should help. Now there's one other problem with all this. This clay to the brickworks. The problem with this thing is it's hard to keep any, because we use coal up here, it's hard to keep it. Let's just see what happens. We need more coal, because what I'm afraid is going to happen, the clay to the brickworks never goes, it doesn't go to a warehouse and it doesn't go to a city, right? So it has the very strong possibility of running out of fuel, which is the last thing we want. Well, let's see what happens when this over here, when we finally start, when we finally start getting some coal over here. And remember, we have one train that is assigned to run coal over here, but it's probably not enough. There we go. Look at this. This train has run out of coal. We're going to have to revisit the fuel distribution, which is just great because now we're getting ready to head into diesel, which is going to be a whole different type of fuel that we're going to have to distribute. It should be fun. Okay, we're not making any bricks because we don't have any clay. Oh, and I've got this train right here. The brickworks. I'm going to set him back to running full. Here we go. Here comes some clay. Now we're picking up. Look how quickly we ripped through that coal. My goodness. We need well, let's think about this. We need 165 a minute for the bricks. That would be 60. That's 3 mines all by itself. I think we're going to change this one and say we want you also to go to coal 5 to the bricks. We're just going to send both trains to coal to the bricks. And even that isn't enough. That's only 120. We need 165. As I said, we do have another train that's making deliveries, but it's kind of distributing all over the place. It's not necessarily enough. And see, look at this. Look at this production we get when we can keep some coal in there. And sure enough, see, we're out of bricks, which hurts our production on like the cattle, the meat, everything. You just go make a delivery. All right, so hopefully you can see how efficient this is compared to what we had before. We're making, when we're making 165, we're making it's almost a brick per worker per minute. That's excellent. So that's good stuff. So if we can get enough coal in here, which is going to take a ton just for this little thing we got going here. So anyway, let's stop right there. I love this. This is great. I love this. The faster warehouses. Don't love this. You can see how slow everything is over here. We're going to fix that next episode. And then we'll get into the hop farming as soon as we have this, as soon as we feel like we've got this coal truly working, where we're, we've got the bricks working, where we really got enough coal to have steady state production on this. Then we're going to get into the hops farming and all that good stuff. And I think part of our problem actually is some of this congestion here that keeps everybody from getting where they need to go, including some of our critical coal trains. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Sweet Transit video. Thank you.